Good morning. This week we're talking about small talk, and so I guess I just want to say that I love small talk. I don't know if I'm any good at it because sometimes I do get silences or awkward faces or like, why is this girl talking to me? But I do enjoy it, and I make small talk as often as I can. I guess small talk I define as, I don't know if I'm right, but first conversations with strangers. It's kind of like small talk, or if you're like killing time with somebody you don't really know, whatever you're talking about, it's kind of like small talk, unless it's like an appointment or something. And my tips, Ashley asked for tips, and again, I'm not an expert or anything, but I do small talk a lot. And what I do is, for instance, anytime I buy anything from anybody, cashiers, servers, I always ask them how they're doing. And, you mostly get, I'm fine, I'm great, whatever. But sometimes just asking them, they like tell you, my car broke down, and I don't know, someone at the grocery store, my cashier told me that his car broke down and then he had 2 finals or something. But yeah, so just asking how people are doing, the first time you say hi to them, you can often get odd answers, or real answers, I guess, instead of the I'm fine, how are you? And then my other tip is to ask. I know Eleni said something about like, don't go too crazy with your questions, but sometimes the crazy questions lead you to deeper friendships, or I don't know. I told Anita this over the weekend. I love asking people weird questions because sometimes they give me very weird answers. For instance, the example I gave her was I had an evolution class in college, and we had some group work, and so I was paired with a guy sitting next to me, and he had a cut on his knee. And usually people wouldn't ask about your cut if you just met them, because it's just like a scratch on the knee, but I saw it. I wondered about it, so I asked. I'm like, what happened to your knee? And then he told me he hurt himself building a snake cage, and then within the next hour, I was in his apartment where he housed, probably illegally, a whole bunch of pythons. He named them all after female strippers. I mean, not female strippers. All the females after strippers, and all the male snakes he named after superheroes. And I love that story because I would have never been able to meet a guy who bred snakes and sold them on the internet if I didn't ask about his cut on his knee. And then, I don't know, it just, sometimes you get funnier conversations and surprises if you ask the awkward questions. I guess that's my biggest tip. And yeah, people do love talking about themselves. I mean, we do it all the time as bloggers and vloggers, so that's another thing that you can capitalize on. Also, I'm kind of nosy by nature, so if you operate from a position of curiosity, it may guide you in more authentic questions, I guess, instead of just making small talk for the sake of small talk. Maybe you can use your small talk as a way of getting to know somebody, and when you make that your goal, it can be a little easier than just talking about the weather. All right, I will see you next week. Bye.